Magic fans, I'm Beef and welcome back to another standard gameplay video, this time featuring a Boros Heroic deck. So Heroic is a mechanic, I think from original Theros block. There's only actually 2 cards on Arena, I think, with the keyword. But what the keyword says is whenever you target that creature with a spell that you control, something happens. So we don't have any creatures in the deck with the actual Heroic keyword, but we do have Illuminator Virtuoso, which says whenever Illuminator Virtuoso becomes a target spell you control, it connives. So it's essentially exactly the same as Heroic, and so whenever there's decks like these, they are often called Heroic. And in the next set, Bloomburrow, that comes out I think on the 30th of July, there is a very similar mechanic called Valiant, and the only difference is that it might be spells and abilities. I'm not entirely sure, whereas Heroic is just spells, but it only triggers once each turn, so it's generally a nerfed version of Heroic. Yeah, so Illuminator Virtuoso, 2 mana 1/1 with double strike, and say whenever you target a spell, it connives. Connives means you draw a card, then discard a card. If you discard a non-land, you put a counter on the creature. So the idea is we want to get this creature as big as possible, smash in, because it has double strike. It is pretty similar to the mono red prowess deck, and we have a lot of the same kind of cards such as Monetary Swift Spear, Slick Shot Show Off, Demonic Ruckus, Monstrous Rage and Ancestral Anger. But we also have Felonious Rage. We can give a creature haste, so is a good way to buff our Virtuoso, get it to connive and get it to crack in. It gives it +2/+0 as well, and also when it dies this turn, you create a 2/2 white blue dead creature token, so a good way just to keep something on the board. We also have Blessed Defiance, which is very similar to Felonious Rage, gives creature +2/+0 and gains lifelink, which is great against other aggro matchups. And also when the creature dies this turn, you create a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying, so again very similar to Felonious Rage. We have Lauren's Escape, target artifact or creature against hexproof indestructible 10 a turn, so a great way to buff all our prowess creatures and get the Virtuoso to connive, but also gives a creature blanket removal, which is a great thing to do as well. And then finally, the only different card is Twinferno, which we can copy spells with, copy in obviously any of our instant and sorceries, but also we can give a creature double strike. So if, for example, we have got a massive Slick Shot Show Off, we can give it double strike with the Twinferno to potentially kill our opponent. Mana base is pretty standard: plains, mountains, 1 Circensian, 1 Arganju, then just some dual lands. We have the full playlist of the fast and slow lands and a couple of copies of Battlefield Forge. That's the deck. It's a great game, great deck to get through your dailies with, because the games rarely last more than 2 or 3 minutes. It is that quick, or it's that quick to fizzle out as well. So you know you'll win or lose pretty quickly. So I hope you all enjoy it. If you do, please remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in my gameplay. So we're on the draw again, but we can Swift Spear, Monstrous Rage, or maybe we can plot the Ruckus to play it on turn 2 with the Swift Spear. Yeah, I think that makes sense. It's up against lifelink. A life gain, sorry. Are they going to swing in? They are. Well, what we could do now is Twin Inferno the Monstrous Rage. Or we give it double strike. I think double strike's probably the way to go. They're going to need to gain a lot of life. Have they got... They do know my Swift Spear has Menace, right? And there we go. That is 7 exactly. Life gain's probably one of the harder decks for us to play, but we didn't actually gain a huge amount of life. So, Swift Spear, or we can plot Ruckus. I think we can plot Ruckus. Probably the slowest mono red deck ever, but don't need another land. Probably should have put the Flying Rage on the Dream Thief. We do draw a card from the Ruckus. We do lose one of our Virtuosos. Sometimes Magic's funny. We don't quite have lethal because, well, they'll be able to gain a life with the bat, although obviously they're not attacking. That's a problem. They must have removal. That's dangerous for them. Unless they do have removal. That's not going to do it. Yeah, that was... paying 2 life when you've only got 3 left was a bit silly. Obviously, they were hoping for removal, but didn't quite get there. We probably went too hard too early, putting everything out. And then, yeah, I put a buff on the Swift Spear, not something else. So, you know, but we won in the end. So we have an okay hand. We've got the Virtuoso. We can even plot the Slick Shot. And we've got some buffs as well. We are on the draw. We could plot the Slick Shot and then maybe cast the Twin Inferno for Ancestral Anger. Copy it. If our opponent decides what they want to do. Looks like we're against mono red. Volume's a touch loud. Well, we are taking a big hit. In fact, well, we're probably dead. Well, we are most definitely dead. Well, actually, no, because we can give this lifelink. So back up to 16. They might be able to kill the Slick Shot off. Yeah. Another hasty creature. No, I think we are most definitely dead. Only drawing lands hasn't been great. Well, that didn't go very well. So we can plot the Ruckus. The Virtuoso is a good turn to play, and we are on the play. So yeah, happy with this. The question is, do we play the Virtuoso? I think we do, because we do have another one. That puts us out of the range of play with fire. But not out of the range of lightning strike. Another white land would be good. That's what we're looking for. And obviously we'll hold up Lauren's Escape. We'll drop off the Defiance. Don't need another land. So we can play everything we've got. Yeah, I think our opponent saw the writing on the wall. He wasn't quite going to get big enough to one-shot him, and I think I would have kept up Lauren's Escape. Although it probably would have been well beyond their ability to remove. So, yeah, a good quick game there. We can plot the Ruckus, plot the Slick Shot, and then on turn 3 go off. Hopefully we're not being run over by then. Could do with another red mana. Another mountain would be good. There it is. So we'll play out the Slick Shot. Put a Ruckus on it. And then I think I Twinferno the Anger. And assuming it survives, next turn we can give it Double Strike and a load of other buffs. But I don't think it is going to survive. Well, at least we can get a creature out of it. Fine. Let's plot the Ruckus. Well, let's plot this one again. Does this get countered? It does not. Do they have another one? Maybe I should have Twin Inferno'd it. Yeah. Control decks are the worst. Well, I'm going to have to get these down just for blockers. Yeah, I think if I Twin Inferno'd the Lauren's Escape, well, that's us done. Yeah, if I Twin Inferno that Lauren's Escape, I think we would have won or been in a lot better position. But yeah, so a bit of a pump by me. So we can plot Ruckus and then maybe Swift Spear, or we can plot the Show Off as well. But I'll probably cast the Swift Spear. Put the Ruckus on it and hold up Lauren's Escape. So I think I'll just play out the Show Off. They're down to 9. Well, we can literally play everything. Let's see where they block. Yep. I don't know if we actually had lethal. We would have got up to 10, 5. So we got to 15. Yeah, I think we literally had 9. We had 15. We'd had 15 power, and they could have blocked 6 of it. So we just had lethal. Let's have an exact, I think. So we can Swift Spear, Virtuoso, and maybe Twin Inferno the Anger, and hopefully we draw something, some more playables. They have cut down. Yep. Maybe we wait until we can hold up Blessed Defiance then. Although I imagine they have other removal. Although there is no stick. Yeah, I think this game's pretty much over then. Let's hold up our Ganjo if they swing in. Did they have another one? I'm not going to swing in, which is probably a bit stupid, because if they can't do any more damage... Okay. Those early removal spells just was a blowout for us. We're on the draw, but we have an okay hand. Turn 1 we played Advantage and the Swift Spear. And turn 2 we can plot the show off. They have a stick now. Let's give our Swift Spear lifelink. Well, probably won't quite be lethal, but it wouldn't be far off. Actually, I think it is lethal. Yeah, there we go. They should have blocked with the Rogue Captain the last turn. It would have saved them 2 damage, and it means, well, they wouldn't have died this turn, they probably would have died next turn. Well, we can plot the Ruckus and then get down to Virtuoso and then start buffing it. Although I would not be surprised if it is removed, so luckily we do have a backup. Let's see what they take. They take the show off. I think I'm going to wait to give the Virtuoso haste. Hopefully they don't have another Deep Cavern Bat. So we'll play out the Virtuoso. Let's put the Ruckus on it. Let's pitch the Twinferno. And then we'll Felonious Rage, give it haste. I think I'll just pitch the Mountain. Hit him for 10. And obviously if they don't remove it, we can do the same, but buff it with Ancestral Anger and protect it with Blessed well, give it lifelink. Sorry, it's not a Lauren's Escape. But we do have a second Virtuoso. And we draw a card with Ruckus. Another Blessed Defiance. I wonder if they've got cut down. I don't seem to. Yeah, they do. Alright, well, we're in trouble now.
Enough with the mysteries.
We really need a creature. That's not a creature. Hello Magic fans and welcome back to the wrap up. So we played 10 games, 6% win rate, so pretty decent. 100% win rate on the play, only 33% win rate on the draw. It's got the same issue as the mono red deck of if everything gets removed, then you are in trouble, and it loses something over the mono red deck because we don't run any removal. Because instead of removal, we have those combat tricks to buff our Virtuoso. So there were times where, you know, we didn't have a creature, we didn't have any removal, and we just died, which is a shame. But as I said, it's a pretty powerful deck, and 60% win rate's pretty good. And it's a good deck to get through your dailies because it's a very, very quick deck. And if you've got a daily that is, you know, play red or white cards, then you can tear through that pretty quickly. So I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video.